Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your third quarter reading for the year. This is covering the months of July, August, and September. It is a general reading, and because readings that integrate the moon phases, as my readings do, rely on astrology, this is going to be the most clarifying for Aries rising, which underscores that in general you probably want to consult your rising sign as well as your sun and moon signs for clarity, a fuller message, and you can experiment with what resonates with you more. I've laid out the cards in a very specific way. This is July, August, and September. I'll be clarifying with the African Tarot and finishing off with an oracle card or two. We'll see how that feels. The clarifiers are really as needed as are the oracle cards. So if you find yourself resonating with this reading and you enjoy it, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you to all who do send me messages and comments. I really appreciate them. So let's get started, Aries, with your overall energy for this quarter is the Knight of Pentacles, which is showing me an energy that is practical, determined, and very orchestrated. You are planning and strategizing the steps in a process that you are exploring at this time to reach your goals, to clarify your plan, your steps for the fall of this year that will ensure your victory, your success in this endeavor. You are focused on practicality, clarity, taking your time, and thorough detail in whatever goal you are attaining this time or reaching towards. And this gives you a really steady, persevering energy, which is going to be very key during this time. The month of July is generally viewed by the Six of Wands. The full moon of July and the new moon of July. So the general energy, the Six of Wands, is telling me that July is a time when you are going to be balancing out your energies, continuing on a well-trod journey, and even struggle perhaps to achieve something in community. This is you working with others and being recognized for your progress, your successes, and being celebrated for those successes as well. So this is a time where you are winning the battles, you are being successful in each step along the journey, and you are being recognized for that, although you are very clear that you have not obtained the ultimate goal yet. So July is infused with a lot of energy. The full moon is the date of the full moon is actually probably not that clarifying. It occurs in the very beginning of July. So this is a time when you're going to be making some decisions about which way to go. You're looking to expand on the work that you've already been able to accomplish along this fuller journey. And you're doing that by really checking in with yourself. In the middle of July, you will be celebrating further the ways in which you have been supported by your team and the way that you are able to support various individuals in your team. There's a mentorship energy here where you are being acknowledged, and likewise you are acknowledging those that you recognize have a need for more encouragement, enthusiasm, determination to move forward, and you are exhibiting that in your efforts in the month of July. In August, we have the Four of Swords for the general energy. The beginning of August, the first half of August, is the full moon energy with the Lovers, and the end of August is the second half of August is the Sun energy. These, where in July you have been really looking at your career expression, the ways in which you want to grow your position in an organization, expand on the body of skills or services or resources that you offer, and you are validating your own experience in your own body and within among your intimates by celebrating that support. In August, you are really stepping back enough in order to assess the progress that you've made to date. So generally in the month of August, which is quite traditionally a vacation month in many places in the world, in the Northern Hemisphere, you are actually using that time to check your progress, truly understand the efficiency of the steps that you've taken to date, and really recognizing the progress that you are making along your journey. In contrast to your career endeavors, this August is attending more to your relationships, your peers, your children, your friends, your lovers, the people that you play and creatively work with. So in the beginning of August, with the Lovers card, you are poised to make a choice. You are recognizing in your peers, in your colleagues, in your closest creative friendships that you are being allowed to, you are matching and being allowed to turn your endeavor, your work, the goal that you're achieving into play. And this is a space in the beginning of August. This is around the full moon where you will be assessing further and looking at ways to build upon in a more creative and playful way. You will be less concerned with what makes sense and more concerned with ways to expand and build upon your pleasure, your creativity, your imagination, and upon the strengths of others, so that by the full moon in the middle of August, you are firmly and clearly moving into an area of achievement that is joyful, that is playful, and that really is returning you back to your natural talents and skills, a clear, more less fettered, less restricted view of the way in which you want not only this project, this work that you're accomplishing, this project you're involved with, but a way in which you are able to enjoy and liberate. Your joyfulness is liberating and elevating the entire conversation and effort that you are making within your community. So the Lovers and the Sun card are obviously two powerful major arcana. And for you, Aries, I see the month of August as being a time of powerful decision making around a way in which you want to return to those things that give you pleasure and that you are skilled and expert at. You're doing this in a very planned out way in which you are evaluating what you have been able to accomplish beginning in July and now moving into August, there is a sense of lightened load, greater passion, a more freedom to go outside of the box, to enjoy what you're doing, to not push yourself beyond what your recognition of your accomplishment, giving yourself that, giving yourself the love, the nurture, the appreciation that others apparently are also giving you. But your appreciation of yourself and the progress you're making is significant at this time. So in September, for the general energy, we have the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is the general energy for the month. And this talks a lot about commitment. And this talks a lot about the areas of your life where you are more deeply assessing your soul's progress and the lessons you're learning. For the full moon in the beginning of the month, you have the Hanged Man energy. And for the second half of September, you have the Queen of Pentacles energy. So I am seeing you again in a major transition, a major time of learning lessons, opening yourself up to understanding and committing to not only your continued growth, but the ability to share what you learn with others. This is you being a teacher and standing in that power as you continue with the Hangman to look at the ways in which you are growing, you are benefiting, and the experiences of this entire quarter are beginning to help you understand the ways in which you would like to shift your thinking. You're opening up to a new way in which you recognize that thoughts of your past, situations in the past have restricted what you thought was possible and how you even understood your experiences in the world in a way that you're now able to stand back and observe your actions, your thoughts, and your feelings in the experiences that you're having, so that you are able to recognize, as expert as you are, you still have a ways to go. There's more expansion that you are capable of, more learning that you not only want to avail yourself of, but you want to share that in the most practical ways. The Queen of Pentacles really describes your desire to learn and expand as netting something practical, useful tools, steps, and resources that can be available to you that you can make available to others. So this is you continuing on from the Knight of Pentacles to the Queen of Pentacles, where you are moving this desire for creating and building practical and necessary resources for your community as part of the services or products that you offer. This is you actually growing into a greater sense of managing that, so that you are internalizing the lessons that you are learning and benefiting from those lessons as you share and model those for others. I'm going to clarify the Hierophant in September in the middle of your reading. And that is clarified by the Four of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. It's interesting to me that the Four of Cups is coming up so often for so many of us. And this card tells me that you have recognized and created this very clear foundation for yourself. this very clear foundation of emotional growth and maturity, as well as this foundation for your community, the community you serve, which the Hierophant is speaking to. So this is the ways in which you continue to grow and envision your participation in some organization, association, or group that is part of your vision of your community, vision of yourself and community. This card indicates that you have moved along and received the healings, the lessons, and the resources that you've needed to continue to build what it is you want to build. But those resources, those things that you've asked for, that you are being supplied with, or you're supplying yourself with, do not look the way that you might have imagined they would look. In fact, things are turning out quite differently than you might have imagined they would have a few years ago, a few months ago even. So that as you receive these renewed resources, this renewed ability to be grounded within yourself, to be in alignment with not only your heart and your spirit, but with your body, this has taken you on, shifted you along to different considerations for what happiness is looking like to you. And happiness is taking you more and more into your consideration of not only your resources, but your relationships. So these are where you're looking for balance in the effort in the organization, the company or business, the community you work within, but also how those resources are also viewed as within your relationships. As you strive for greater alignment with yourself, making better decisions for your own well-being, and achieving a greater level of happiness and joy, pleasure in the work that you do among the community that you work with, you're looking for greater harmony. You're recognizing that you too need encouragement, need inspiration, and need to make space in your life for not simply giving, but for receiving. This is a powerful message for you, Aries, over the next third quarter. I'm going to also clarify the Sun card here with the King of Cups and the Strength card. So looking a little more deeply into the experience of happiness, joy, and pleasure, a real clarity that you're gaining about what's of value to you in your life. That is a ongoing celebration, again, of your emotional maturity, of those people in your life that recognize what you need and are able to supply it to you. You are a person who sees yourself as strong, independent, and a caretaker, and fully capable of directing the needs and the experiences of others. But as you continue to persevere through your own not only healing journey, but your own desire to move your goals further, and that has required a lot of giving to others, you are also recognizing the critical importance to yourself of allowing yourself to receive, letting yourself being taken care of in whatever way that is most critical to you. And you are continuing to ask for the support that you freely give to others. I'm going to finish off this third quarter with a botanical inspiration. And false indigo is a card that comes clear. The key words are immersion and intuition. When you reach the end of what you should know, you will be at the beginning of what you should sense. This is Khalil Gibran. And I want to address this idea that immersion in your physical body, in your five senses, is a part of what our intuition allows us to gain. It's a part of the work that we do to translate our intuitions, those insights, that information we gain that we may not have asked for, but which we have been given as a way of helping us to adjust to the changes that are occurring in the world. How we learn, understand, and accept those things in our body through our five senses, how we experience joy, pleasure, healing, how things look in our reality in ways that don't match the way we thought they would. And that's one of the reasons that you are being given greater and greater opportunities to learn more and more, because you're questing, you are hungry for this information that has been serving you, not only in your physical environment, but within your body, opening up to the information that is not what you expected it to be. I hope this has been helpful, Aries. I'm going to leave it here. I thank you for your time and attention, and until next time, Namaste.